What's going on, guys? It's Chi here bringing you another haul video. It's been a little bit, honestly, as I think the year for us has been wrapped up for cons. I will say pretty happy overall, but we are back with another Soda City Comic Con that was earlier this year. It was in August haul video, and this was actually a fun little experience for us. Truly, I think that was just it's a small but sweet convention just because of who we got to meet, and I was really happy with. So, guys, without further ado, let's get to it. This one, I will say, we were only there for a day. We're never there for very long, but thankfully, we were actually able to stay to watch the panel of the person that we wanted to see the most, and I'll get to him in a second, but we got to meet someone that we really enjoyed. His name was none other than Matthew Wood. Honestly, super happy to meet him. He's actually the voice of General Grievous in the Star Wars franchise. He's been the only voice of Grievous, and I gotta say, so cool that we got to meet him. He's one that doesn't come around very often, and so I was really glad. He actually was really cool, and he did the voice. We actually got two Grievouses signed, which was, I didn't think he would want to do it. Obviously, we had to pay for it, but he signed them without an issue. Both Grievouses here. This one says General Kenobi, and he wrote his name and the year, which is kind of cool. And then this one, Jedi Scum, as well as the year, same thing. You know, quotes that me and my wife love, and so it was really fun to be able to actually have him there. And we both were wearing Star Wars shirts at the time, and I actually followed him on Instagram in the hopes that he was actually going to post them. As far as I know, I have not been able to see it. His stuff is privated, which sucks, so I'm still pending. Even months later, I'm still waiting on to see if he ever posted, because he took a picture of our shirts, and so she had a Grievous shirt, which was kind of fun, and then I was wearing a General Kenobi Hello There shirt, and he absolutely loved it. And then my wife was able to actually ask a lifelong question as a fan of Grievous, and since she's a nurse, she actually asked him, do you know why? And for anyone that knows the answer, I don't really know. It's more of a very deep lore that maybe was forgotten somehow. But the question was, why does Grievous have kidneys if he's mostly mechanical or mostly machine? And he looked and he actually said, I don't know. No one's ever asked me that question, and I've never once thought about it. But you're right. What purpose does he have? And so it was really nice to be able to actually see, his reaction, to a question that probably he would never have thought of being asked about. And it was cool. I thought it was really nice that he was able to be that for, give her the reaction that she was hoping for with him in that question. So I thought that was really nice. But the other person we went to go meet that we unfortunately didn't get to meet last year at GalaxyCon, but was at this con, he was actually the headline for this con. And so when he was announced, I was like, we've got to go. There's just no way we can't go. We have to go. And so we went, and we got to meet a legend. And I'm not disappointed. The meeting was more special to my wife than it was to me, and that's saying something. And so I know she's cool with me talking about it, but it's definitely a story that if she were here to share it, she would. But she's actually very happy to have met, we're both happy to have met the voice and the legend that is the voice of Optimus Prime. Just getting to meet Peter Cullen was such a joy. Having him there was so great. And we did get stuff signed by him. He doesn't put quotes. The man is 83 years old, so that says a lot. Put his name. He was Eeyore, and sorry about the sun there. The Eeyore and Optimus Prime, we got those signed. It was something that for us is checked off, as far as life events and things that we wanted to be able to meet and see, he's one of them. And so, he looked at both of us, and as we were talking, we were just saying, we both like to take the few minutes to say thank you to them, mostly because of them actually coming out there. I've been on a lot of flights as of recently, and I understand that for those people that are guests, they come from different parts of, sometimes out of the country, to come and say hello to us fans. I appreciate that more. It's never easy, no matter how often you do it, and for someone in his age, it's much more difficult. But we said thank you to him, and he grabbed onto my wife's hand and said, "You have the most soulful eyes. You have such kindness in your eyes that I can tell, and you're such a sweet person." That melted my wife. Like, it was insane that this actually happened. I was like, Optimus is actually saying this to my wife. And and he looked at me, he turned over, and he was like, "I want you to know that you're a very lucky man." And I told him, I was like, I remind myself that every day. And he loved that answer. He absolutely loved that answer. And he just put his hand up, and he just intertwined with mine, and he was just shaking my hand, and I was just like, man, thanks, man. Like, it's those things, the reasons why, like, because of him, that I'm glad that I remember why I go to these conventions. It's sometimes you will meet legends, and sometimes you meet others that are also great, what they're in their roles that they do, but in actuality, sometimes they're not what they are in real life. But we go with the hope that every person that, whoever you want to meet, that they're going to be nice, that they're going to be sweet and caring. Sometimes they're tired, sometimes we get them in a bad mood, but sometimes, you get moods like this where, they are just thankful to you as well, and they just want to give a little bit of themselves to you. And it's reciprocated. It's really just a nice feeling. And so I was very fortunate. Well, we were very fortunate to have been able to meet him, and then I saw his panel. And many a times where we were sitting at, I'm not even joking to you, I 100% know this. He would turn and see my wife and see me, and he'd smile and wave purposely at us, like he remembered our faces. And it wasn't that it was a huge con, it was small. And so, there was a good amount of people wanting to meet him. Nowhere as long as it was for GalaxyCon. But he definitely was something else. Like, I had seen his panel on, last year, and that room was packed. So packed. Like, it was so full. And I was standing in the back, and I didn't mind it one bit that time. And I actually had the short of him doing that on the main channel. So I believe, on the main channel. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. Check out my main channel, subscribe to that. But it was really cool to have a moment like that with him. And now we didn't record anything. I just I'm starting to phase out of recording like vlogs and like stuff like that, just because, for a lot of reasons, and that's gonna be a whole different thing. But I just didn't. My wife took pictures, and she's doing more of the recording and pictures. Like, I'll take pictures, but I'm not recording as much when it comes to vlogs. But maybe I should. But anyway, it was just overall a very nice con to meet both Matthew Wood and Peter Cullen. Both of them really phenomenal guys. Really enjoyed getting to meet them. So it was really, really cool. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. We only did meet those two. Other people that were there that we had already met was Sam Witwer, which was awesome. He, for once, did not have a huge line. Kerry Payton was there. We had met him already, and he was a delight. Just seeing him and his interactions, even though we didn't actually talk to him, just seeing him just be so friendly to people, it always brings a smile to my face. It really, really does. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys have, leave leave a like, comment below your thoughts on if you were there, were you at Soda City, or have you met either Matthew or Peter. What's your experience? What are your thoughts? And have you had even an experience like that before, where you have met somebody that, whether it be famous or not, that just really touched your soul, whether it be like, obviously in a good way, but like whether it be something small or major, has it ever happened to you guys? I'd love to know. As always though, guys, that's it for me. I'm done with my rambling. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all later.